Hey guys, so I figured I'd take you through some different pairs and different things just to kind of show you how it all works in terms of how I trade, and I hope it can help you. I know I've given a lot of concepts and things in my channel, so hopefully this can simplify stuff for you. Now, I just want to be very, very clear on a couple of things here. So I'm just basically going to write this out real quick for you guys. So 1, we only trade clear or clean setups. 2, price has to be trending, not choppy, or wiki as I call it. Right? Oops. So basically this is the only criteria that I look for and to kind of keep me on track for what I'm doing. Number 3, sorry. Price is fractal. So what does that mean? That means that whatever's happening on the higher time frame is happening on the lower time frame. It's just that there's more data on the lower time frame. So if you want to simplify, you go up. If you want to precise, you go down in terms of time frames, right? So now I know I taught you guys my setups, so I just want to show you like all different sorts of time frames and stuff, and kind of how it all works, right? So let me just kind of get back to where I was. So this is the sessions indicator for myself, so it just kind of shows me when my session starts. So I put it from 7 to 10, as you guys have already found out. So I trade until basically 10 o'clock. So this indicator starts at 6 until 11, but I trade from 7 to 10, right? So yesterday on the M5 time, I'm just going to go through different time frames just so you can see. So M5, I don't see anything, right, for the New York session. Oh, sorry, this is 15 minute. I apologize. Nothing. Let me go to this time frame. So I'm looking for clear setups, right? And when I'm looking for setups, I'm also looking for closing price, right? So for me, nothing happened on this day as well. I'm going to just go to the 15-minute time frame, and then I'm going to go to all sorts of time frames just so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay. Now this happens to be on was this Monday? Yeah, so Monday. So now this is the first sign of price wanting to go up. Why? Because this is the last lower low that got broken, so it turned into an H&S level, right? And then what happened is price ended up breaking it right here. So price broke that, pulled back. Anyway, I'm looking for clear trending structure, and I'm trying to look for closing price. So price can pull back between this level here. Sorry, from this is the recent high and this is the recent low, right? So I'm waiting to see where closing price comes. Closing price came to this level, right? And what time was that? 8 o'clock. So 8:15 would have been my entry, because this is clear that price is starting to trend up now, right? And that's basically what happened. That's all I'm looking for. I'm looking for break and retest, but with closing price. Closing price is the confirmation that the level is going to hold, that the direction is true, right? So pretty simple. That's as far as that goes. Let me go to this next day here. Okay, let's see here. Price was trending up, but I didn't get any pullback here. The 7:30 candle respected this level, nothing pulled back. And then this was, I believe, at 10 o'clock and 10:15, which is a little later, so nothing for that. The goal is to look for clear structure, right? So here's another one. Price is creating a breakout, right? Price is obviously going up now. So 7 o'clock, 7:15, price respected that. Then obviously we have this level here. This is another level here. But I'm using current market price. So I'm basically just looking for break and retest. That's basically what I'm looking for. I'm looking for breakouts. The different strategies I taught you guys, that's basically what I'm looking for, right? So this is a breakout, and then price continued to go up, right? Super, super simple. We just look for clear, obvious structure. We look for things that are clean, things that are obvious, and things that make sense, right? So to me, this looks like it's ranging, so I wouldn't take that. This would have been a good setup for me, but it's outside of my trade time. This would have been my level here, because this is the H&S level. Also the same as the breakout. So you can see 10:30 respected it, and then 10:45 went up. So, but outside of my trade time, so that's obviously something I would have missed. So nothing there. Let's take a look down here. Nothing here. Personally, when I see this huge push up, I would rather stay away from it. So here I would be looking for sells. So I'd be looking for sells, looking for sells, looking for sells. This is the breakout level here. Oops. So price respected it at 9:15. 9:30. 9:30 was the entry candle. So that's on the 15-minute time frame. Now let's just kind of go back to this. Let's go to the 5-minute time frame. Let's see if we have anything different on the 5-minute time frame. So come here. This is the starting of the session. I don't see anything here. I don't see anything here. No, this is too much momentum. No good structure. Let me just delete all my drawings. Okay. Let's see this day. Okay. I don't see clear trending structure. Nothing looks clear. So that day I would have skipped. Let's see this day. Okay, here we go. Perfect. So this is clear trending structure. So, but price never came back to this level, right? So I would expect the price to come back to this level. If it didn't, that's okay. I'm still following price. I'm still following price. Here's an H&S level, otherwise known as a QMR. One of the patterns I taught you guys. You can see that price respected as a bearish candle. Next candle, I would have entered that. Okay, let's say I missed that trade. No problem. Let's look for another one. There it is again. Bearish candle, right? Let's look for another one. Okay, let's just say we missed that. Here's another one right here. Another breakout, right? Wait for the bearish candle to close, 850. So this is on the 5-minute time frame. So this is when I talk about clear trending structure. This is what it's supposed to look like. Now, it doesn't look like this all the time. Obviously, I'm going to show you guys that as well. I'm going to show you all different sorts of ways it can look like, right? Because here's another way. Price is starting to trend up, broke out of this recent high. So what do we have here? This is the break and retest, 730, 735. That would have been the entry. Doesn't look like there's anything else that is relatively clean after that. Price broke down to the downside after that, so that's fine. So just a couple more examples. This is a QMR pattern I would have taken, but price never came back to this level, so I would have missed that. That's fine. I need to look for a breakout because I can tell price is going up. What's this? This is a breakout. Okay. What's this again? This is another breakout. Okay. So you can see kind of the difference in terms of when price is clean and price is trending. Now, so that's 5:15. What about the 30-minute time frame? Let's take a look here. Let's see here. I don't like to trade double tops and double bottoms. This would have been a double top because they're not reliable. I prefer breakouts. Breakouts, H&S, all that good stuff. This would have been great on the 30-minute time frame, but there was no pullback to this level here. If you got this breakout here, you could have taken this as well because this is valid. 730 would have been the entry. That's a valid break and retest because price is going towards the downside. We're just following the CMP. Here, nothing. Here, let's see. I don't believe we had anything. Oops. So this would have been the breakout. Price respected it at 730, and then it tapped it. Oh, it did it. Sorry, it tapped it at 9. No, I don't think this one did. I think this one got close to it. Yeah, no, it didn't tap it again. So if it doesn't tap it on the next candle, I don't bother taking the trade. It has to tap the same level at the next candle. So if this was the 730 that closed, right, the 8 o'clock had to tap that level. Otherwise, I consider it invalid, and I wouldn't have taken the trade personally. Let's see here. It's clear structure, but there's no entry point, so I can't trade that. There's no entry point. There's nothing I can do, right? So here, this is Chop City. I don't trade Chop City. This looks good to me. This would have been SNRC2. This would have been the resistance, broken out twice and then returned to the level. So when I say broken out twice, it means 1, 2, and then returned. So that's an SNRC2. And then what time? 7:30, and then 8 o'clock came next, right? That's what I mean. The second candle has to tap it after it closes. So let's see. This is M30, right? So nothing here. That was Chop City. Here, yes, we have a breakout to the downside. I believe this was the 9 o'clock that respected it, and then 9:30 came in. So yeah, so that's basically all I'm looking for. I'm looking for clear, obvious structure and trending environments, not Chop City, right? So let's go to NAS 100. Let's see if this works for NAS 100 too. All the concepts are the same. You know, they work for everything. You don't have to trade the 1 hour time frame or the 4 hour time frame. That's why I'm kind of showing you guys that price is fractal, because if you want to scalp, if you want to day trade, whatever your goals are, whatever works for you is what you have to do, right? You can take my concepts and what I teach you, but make it your own, right? So just find a way to make it your own, right? So this I would have taken here. This would have been my breakout level because price is bullish. Now you can see here this candle is 9:45. It closed as a bearish candle, and then the 10 o'clock candle would have tapped and went up, but that's just on the border of outside of my trade time. So, and we want clean structure, right? So this one would have been great, but price never tapped the level. Price never tapped that level. Sometimes price doesn't tap the level, so there's really nothing you can do. It's just a missed trade, so it's fine. This is a little bit more advanced, but this is a breakout level I consider. It's an OHLC breakout, and price is going towards the downside because it's starting to create a potential lower high. Anyway, price closed at 9:15 was the entry, and then price went down. This is on the 15-minute time frame. So let's go to another New York session. Let's see, anything clean here? Anything clean? No, this is pretty crazy. What is this? So, was this 7:15? Yeah, this is Wick City. I don't even know what the hell this is. Yeah, I'm not really sure what all that is. I don't trade indices. Obviously, you guys know that. So this is a breakout here. First price created a double top here, but I don't take double tops. I wait for the breakout. You see which level price is going to respect. Price respected this level, so it's respected at 8, and then 8:15 would have been the entry, or 8:30 would have been the entry. So that's basically all I wait for. I wait for closing price, and I wait for breakouts, and basically the setups I taught you guys. And you can use different time frames. Like you don't have to use the time frame that I use, right? So price never came back to this breakout level. We have an H&S level here. Price, I think, respected it at 7:45, but it never came back to tap it again. It just pretty much fell off a cliff. So that happens. As I say, you may miss trades. So let's take a look here. Here's another breakout level. This is the breakout level, and then this is the apex of the level. But price never came back to it. Price ended up coming back to this level first, which is an SNRC 1. So this is an SNRC 1. It's a breakout. It's a support with a drop-based drop. Price came as 8:45, and then 9 o'clock would have been the entry. If you missed that, that's fine, because you could have waited for this level to get tapped. That's valid as well. Not the cleanest, but not everything is going to be perfect, so you have to just pretty much keep that in mind. Let's see here. I do not see any setups. This is an H&S level, but I don't see any setups. Yeah, I don't see any clean setups within our time frame. This looks like Chop City. Here, this would have been perfect. Price never came back to this level, so really nothing you can do. Also, it's a QMR level, so again, sometimes you just kind of miss trades. There's nothing you can do. This level has been tapped, so this is good. 9:15 came, and then this one I would have taken it, even though the next candle missed it, just because 9 o'clock is when momentum kicks in, and then 9:30 and 9:30. So let's take a look, see what else we got. Here's another breakout level. This is a breakout level, but this is the H&S level. Price ended up respecting the H&S level. Valid as well. QMR, H&S, same stuff. That worked out good. So that's pretty much it. I'm just looking for clean trending structure and setups with closing price. Like, that's literally all I'm looking for, right? Like, here's an H&S level, right? Price respected and then fell off a cliff, but this is probably outside of our trade time, just about, yeah. So let's go to the 30-minute time frame. Let's see how that looks. Price is fractal, right? So let me delete all my drawings. So let's see. Price came back here. It closed as a bullish candle. I don't like it. I like to close as a bearish candle. So yeah, I wouldn't have taken any of these trades. Nothing for me on the 30-minute time frame for this. For this would have been fine, but price never came back to this level. Just pretty much flew. There's nothing here on the 30-minute time frame. So let's see down here. Oops. I do not know what happened here, but yeah, I'm not really sure. I don't trade these pairs, so I'd have to see why that happens, but yeah, but to me that's just, yeah, that could have just potentially been a loss if you try to take that kind of a trade. But let's see what else we have. Price never came back, just kind of fell, so nothing to do there. Here's a breakout level as well. Price did end up respecting this at 8:30, and then 9 o'clock came in and went down. That's good. This is HNS, but price didn't close it as a bearish candle, so you can take them, but I prefer not to. So let's see what else. This is an HNS level as well. Price ended up respecting it at 7:30. 8 o'clock candle came in, went up. Let's see, break and retest. 9 o'clock tap, 9:30 drop. That's a good one. Okay. I'm just basically showing you guys the setups and different time frames and pretty much how price is fractal. So you can pretty much use it to your advantage, right? This is an HNS level, but I think it's outside of our trade time. 10 o'clock close and 10:30 enter, yeah. Yeah, it's outside of our trade time. This is a HNS level here. Price respected it at 10 o'clock. It's outside our trade time too. So you might have missed that as well. This is a double bottom. I don't like trading that, so I wouldn't take it. This one pretty much gave us nothing on that 30-minute time frame. This one gave us a setup. Beautiful, beautiful, clean, nice break and retest. 9 o'clock respected, 9:30 entry. So yeah, so just go through and look for a time frame that resonates with you, and look for, you know, kind of what you would like to do. You know, however you want to trade is absolutely fine. I'm just showing you how basically price is fractal and how it all works. You can see here price created a breakout. 6:45, 7 o'clock was the entry, right? So this is on SPX 500 on the 15-minute time frame. I don't trade this pair, but just kind of something to look at. Let me see. No, there's nothing clean there. What's this? I believe this was the HNS level. Yeah, so yeah, you could have used this. This is a breakout level too. So that's basically that's just what we're dealing with. We're just looking for clean, obvious setups, breaks and retests, closing price. Look for clean trending environment. This looks clean to me. That would have been a nice trade, break and retest. If I missed that, I could have entered on this one here, but that would have been a little later outside my trade time. This one a little bit choppy, but you could have possibly taken it somewhere down here with this SNRC1. A little bit choppy, not really the best. This is choppy as hell, so I would have waited for this all to clear up. Basically wait for it to clear out of this range, but it's outside of our trade time, so disregard. Here's a good one, break and retest. See which one price is going to respect. So yeah, so I hope this makes sense. I hope this helps. I hope you guys can see that price is pretty much fractal, and you're just pretty much waiting for simple, clean setups, break and retest with closing price. Just the setups I taught you guys. And it works on all time frames. You know, it doesn't matter what time frame you use. This is an HNS level. You can see here, HNS, beautiful. So yeah, so if you want to use any time frame, that's up to you. You want to use any pair, it works for pretty much everything. I mean, this is This is US 30. Looks like Chop City. This looks nothing happened during this session. Looks like price created a breakout here, but no closing price. Price created a breakout here. We got some closing price, 8:30, 9 o'clock enter, went down. Nice break and retest, nice and clean. Here, not really the cleanest of a break and retest, no clear structure. Here, I can already tell this is Chop City. Here, Chop City, price never returned to these levels, so unless you wanted to take this breakout here, I mean, that would have worked out fine. But you see which level price respects. So price ended up respecting this level, so that's the level to take. And then if you wanted to trade that, here's another one, break and retest. That worked out just fine. So that's on US 30. If you guys want to trade currencies, I don't know what currencies you trade. Let's try a GBP USD. Let's take a look. Let me just delete anything. I don't know if I have drawings on this, but let's just delete. And let's go to, let's see what we got. So, okay, this was yesterday. So what do we got? This is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This is nice, clean, trending structure. Here's an HNS level. Never came back to it. This level never came back to it. Currency pairs, I'm not familiar with how they work, but the concepts are the same. You just got to see which level gets respected, right? So this is a breakout, break and retest, right? And then price never came back to this because it respected this, probably HLC on a lower time frame. This level got respected. But I'm basically trying to look for things that make sense and things that are clean and obvious to me. So here would have been an HNS, but price never came back to this level. Here's a breakout. Price respected it as a CC candle. A CC candle is basically the same color as the break. For support, it's supposed to close as bearish, but if it closes as a bullish, that means I call it a confirmation candle because price normally will return to that level. It's just stronger confirmation when it's a bearish candle. Let's see, anything here? Nothing here. What about here? Anything here? Yeah, we have a nice break and retest here. This would have been fine. Take the 730, enter in at 745, ride that bad boy up. If you would have missed that, you could have taken this. Price ended up respecting this OHLC. So I try to see which level it goes for. So I would have taken the OHLC, but you can see it came back to the breakout level, right? So, and then obviously you can see here, break and retest, right? This is, obviously you guys can tell the difference between what's trending and what's choppy. At least I hope so. But that's basically what we look for. We look for a clean, obvious structure. Price is too high up. I wouldn't have taken any trade that day. There's nothing clean. Let's see here. Price had a breakout here, never came back. Price had a breakout here. Which level did it respect? Respected this level here. Oops. This level here. So break and retest. It's a good one as well. Not the cleanest, but again, not everything is going to be perfect. Price is way too high up, so I would have been looking for sells. So you could have taken either of these levels. This is a breakout. This is perfectly fine. This is a good setup. Let's see here. Here's another one. Break and retest. Beautiful. Oops. Nice and clean. And let's see what else. This is GBP USD. I don't trade currencies, but I just want to show you guys that the principle and the concepts are all the same. It's all the same. Nothing changes, right? This is an HNS level. Price ended up not respecting that, but it's okay. Price had a breakout here. Sorry, double top. I apologize, double top. Let's see. Not the cleanest. Let's see. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. Oops, why did I do that? So this is a nice break and retest. You could have taken this. It's absolutely fine. If you missed that trade, then the next break and retest would have been this level here. You see which one price respected. Obviously, this is in hindsight, so you would have taken this level here, or you could have taken this HNS level here. I mean, obviously both are fine. It's up to you what your preference is. Just using the benefit of hindsight just to kind of show you the setups and how they repeat. And so let's go to 30-minute time frame now. That was all 15-minute time frame. Let's just see what we got. See if it makes sense. Yeah, so price had a breakout here. Didn't come back to this OHLC level because, HNS, because it came to this OHLC. So you could have taken that. That was a good breakout. Let's see. Break and retest, break and retest, break and retest. Price never came back to this level. That would have been a missed trade. It's fine, it happens. Really nothing you can do. Nothing here. Here we have a breakout, but no retest. Never came back. Let's see. That's towards the end of the session. Yeah, so sometimes it won't come back to the level. You know, as I said, those are just missed trades, so there's really nothing we can do. This is a double top. I don't like to do double tops, so it's not for me. Nothing here. Nothing here. Nothing here. Nothing here. Here we go. This is an HNS level. You could have taken this trade because price closed at 8 o'clock and then the 8:30 tapped it. Obviously, there's a little bit of drawdown here. I don't know how high that is. Let me just say. This would have been the entry. I don't trade currency pairs, but I'm just curious. What is this? What's the body close to this? So let's just say 15 points, 15 pips. I have no idea. I always try to aim for a 1 to 4, so let's see if it gave us the 1 to 4. Me personally, I like to aim for 1 to 4s. So was it? So you risk 15 to make 60 pips. Something like that, yeah. Let's see here. Here's a good one, break and retest. That one would have been fine. Here, nothing. Oh, trade double bottoms. HNS is a good one. That's an HNS. So that's pretty much it. It works for everything. Just go through. I just want to show you that price is fractal. You can use any time frame, whatever makes sense for you, whatever looks clean. Just stick with that. And I hope this helps. If you have questions, just let me know. Thanks.